Over emotional. Hello, everybody. Tom here. Today, I think it's very important I talk about how you can react overly emotional when perhaps sometimes there is no need. So, we have to think long and hard about times when we've kept it together, because there, more often than not, there'll be plenty of times where you've probably lost it too easily. Something's triggered you, something somebody said, something, and it's just been too much for you to hold back. And I'm as guilty as this as anybody else. Especially years ago, I would be very emotional, too emotional actually, in my reactions to many things. I have since worked on myself enough to know that now I'm probably a bit more masterful of my emotions. That doesn't mean that there aren't occasions when a situation can become overwhelming, or an emotional reaction is probably justified. Because in life, there will be times when there is a massive high or a big low, and it is healthy for a release of emotion. Sometimes, though, it's better to not react in such a way. We have to learn that level of balance, that level of clear thought, rather than an over-induced overreaction filled with emotional response. As I've said to you before, when emotions are high, intelligence is low. And it's true. If we get into a state where we are literally losing our temper, getting upset, having that level of volatility in our reactions and emotions, believe me, there is no thought or considerations as to what may have been said and what may have happened that is intelligent and guided. It is true, when emotions are high, intelligence are low. Which is why you've got to try and meet somewhere where you're not too much in an emotional state and you're speaking with reason and sense and understanding. And that is not an easy thing to do, but absolutely, in a lot of cases, is the right reaction. Try next time something perhaps feels like it's going to trigger you in a certain way emotionally, to just take a brief breath, take a pause for a second before you react with words, before you react emotionally. What has just been said? What has just happened? Have that small process moment where you go, right, and try not to be like a bull in a china shop. This is not an easy thing. This is a learned skill. It really is. It's learned through years of getting it wrong and having some sort of handle on your reactions to things. This is from someone who had no handle at all on his emotions years ago. And ultimately, it has led to cost me in some ways. But now I feel like a more sense of peace in the way that I can react to things by not being overly emotional, by not reacting in a way that is, very sort of off the cuff, without thought and without reason, without understanding. It's easy for me to say now because I'm the other side, but I remember being the other way, very reactive, very over emotional. I would 100% try and do some soul searching if you find yourself reacting like this a lot. Guys, first of 3 videos, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and your energy spent here on my channel. Thank you kindly. First of 3, as I said, please put down in the comment section below your reactions. Overly emotional? Do you struggle sometimes to not blow up when perhaps it's hard not to? Do you, or are you somebody that's literally really volatile in your reactions? It takes a lot of self-control and a lot of practice gained to not react like this in certain situations. It's not an easy thing to do, so don't be hard on yourself if you find it difficult, because it's something that took me a long time to get to. Please, if you would, consider hitting that subscribe button down below. Consider giving me a thumbs up and like as well. That'd be really great. And let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. Back in a couple of days with another video, but until then, as always, take care of yourselves and bye for now.